Who would have thought that just 1 year ago, on February 4th, 2019, that a game would launch that would change the lives of so many creators, players, and viewers around the world? Well, guess what? It is here, it is back, and it is with its best season yet. And I am here to break down the brand new patch notes for Season 4 Assimilation and give you guys everything you need to know in order to be ready to join the fray with the new Legend Revenant, with the new weapon, the Sentinel Sniper Rifle, what they do, how to use their abilities, how to basically understand exactly what's changed with the map, and also go over the big balance changes. Buffs to Bloodhounds, nerfs to G7 Scouts. Let's talk a little bit about this. Also, got to give a shout out to EA and of course their Game Changer program. This video is sponsored by them. They hooked me up with just a lot of support throughout the season, and they're going to be doing that for Season 4 as well. So I just want to say big shout out to EA for sponsoring and allowing this video to get made with these new notes. Really excited to give you guys the official information, and so let's spread this as well. Leave a like if you enjoy this video. Comment down below what your favorite change on Season 4 is, or what you were hoping they might give you, and also make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way we can blast this out to as many people as possible, get the new, get the old, knowing exactly what's coming in Season 4. All right, let's start out with the Battle Pass. There are 100 exclusive items, including legendary skins, Apex packs, loading screens, music packs, and more. And you know, one of my favorite things is when you're flying down, those launcher emotes, when you're launching down from the ship. I absolutely love those. There's going to be new ones of those as well. Honestly, I'm going to play a video because that's a better way to describe what's going on with the Battle Pass. You all know what's happening with the Battle Pass. Come on, it's like me trying to tell you your ABCs. You all know, gamers, what a Battle Pass is. You buy it, you can earn rewards as you play, and you can earn more premium rewards if you buy it. You also get a certain amount of cool skins and coins and packs if you do that. However, if you play it just for free, you're still going to earn cool stuff. You're going to earn trackers for your legends. You're going to earn a caustic skin. You're going to earn stuff that's going to make you feel like your time in game is worth it. So check it out. There's going to be a lot of information to go over, but I'm not going to spend time on that because we got to talk about the new legend. Okay, we got to talk Revenant. Now, Revenant is the new legend in Season 4, and I'm so excited to go over him. He's consumed by hate and obsessed with rage. Not a very nice guy at parties. Revenant uses unnatural abilities to hunt his enemies and defy death. Now, we've been obviously knowing he was coming out. I reacted to his gameplay yesterday, but now we know what his abilities are. His passive is maybe one of the most important passives in Season 3, with the way World's Edge allowed and created so much more space and height in the game than was in King's Canyon. And Season 4, I think it's going to really shake things up. Stalker, you crouch walk faster and can climb higher up walls. What that means is that you do not have to take any weird staircases. You don't have to take zip lines to get to the top of places, and make it predictable for your team or your enemies to know where you're coming from. This means you can send 2 people on a zip line. Revenant can climb the building on the outside. It's really effective for setting up good aggressive plays, and you'll see how his ultimate does that in just a second even more. His tactical, that grenade, we were all wondering what that was. It's a silence. It's a throw device that deals damage and disables enemy abilities for 10 seconds. This means that you cannot use any abilities while you are in that area of effect of the silence. That's huge. Wraith, she's in trouble. Normally she'd Q out. You throw that tactical beforehand, she's stuck. You finish her off and you down the most aggressive, maybe the pushing player on that enemy team. A huge impact, especially when you combine it with things like a Gibraltar. Maybe a Watson has an interception pylon. She's waiting for your ultimate. You throw the silence. That Gibraltar throws the bombardment. She can't interception pylon. They have to force themselves out of their area, out of cover, or just die to your ultimate. It's a good thing. Gibby seems like he's going to have a nice synergy with Revenant. The ultimate is called Death Totem. You drop a totem that protects users from death, and instead of getting killed or downed, you will return to the totem with a certain amount of health. Now, this means that you have 1 life. You know how they say you only got 1 life, live it up? That's a lie, according to Revenant. You got 2 lives, and like him, you have 2 lives. He had the life as a assassin, but he also had the life as a robotic assassin simulacrum, where his memories and his ideas of how to be an assassin are now in a robot. And so that is metaphorically shown in this ultimate in a very cool way, where you can go out, live a life, do as much damage as you can, but you'll probably be about 1 or 2 shots if it's similar to what was like in the Shadow Zombie mode. And then you will go back to your totem with a certain amount of health, and even if you've been down, you will still be able to transport to that totem. Pretty dang cool. But he also gets the low profile passive, which means that he gets 5% extra damage to him, which means your bullets are going to hit him 5% harder than any other legend. Now, other legends have gotten this, like Lifeline and Wraith, and it's typically a sign that their hitbox is a little harder to hit than your average. which is not a good sign considering that people were already a little worried about him and Pathfinder looking similar. I don't know. We'll have to test that, but that's just what I'm reading from that. Overall, he seems like an amazing legend. Cannot wait to play him and show him on the channel. Make sure you subscribe for that because that could be coming out very, very soon, even today. Now, there's a new weapon called the Sentinel Sniper Rifle. Let's get into it. The Sentinel is a bolt-action sniper rifle effective at medium to long range. If a player presses the fire select with a shield battery equipped, though, the Sentinel will consume the shield battery from your inventory and temporarily enters an energized state. While energized, the Sentinel fires projectiles that deal massive damage to shields. The projectiles use different VFX trails, and there's a unique energized firing sound. So all players nearby know the Sentinel is firing these higher damage projectiles. The Sentinel has a limited amount of energy that decays slowly over time and loses a big chunk of juice for each shot. Once the energy runs out, the energized state ends. So the cool aspect about this is you are trading your own resources to get rid of a teammate's. That's the strategy around it. I'll take one of my shield batteries, which are the most important, basically shielding item in the game outside of maybe, you know, I mean, they pretty much are, right? And so you're going to be using that to then augment your sniper rifle to get rid of your enemy's resources. This is good if you have a clean shot, you know they're in a bad situation, but you do have to be careful using that sniper and getting rid of all your shielding. That's a big trade-off. So you may just want to use it before you use the energized state. Really, this gun will be good if it's good without using the shield batteries. If it's even better with the shield batteries, then this is going to be something you see all the dang time. All right, I'm excited for that. And it's not going to be a crate weapon, but something else that you know and have played since Season 1 will now be. I cannot wait to show you what that is. You will not guess in the patch notes. You will not guess what that is. I was very surprised. All right, there's a huge map update, and for those who missed my video yesterday, and if you did, you should go back and watch it because it will give you all of the information. Their goal for this map is to allow players in Season 4 to make new decisions. By the end of the season, people always have their favorite spots and spots to land. I'm paraphrasing here with the designer notes, but their goal as designers is to offer you new ways to approach the game, and in this case, the map, so that each drop, rotation, gunfight, you know, it feels fresh, it feels similar. Season 4, that's basically what they did. Now, the Planet Harvester has come into Apex Legends, and for those who don't know, it's that huge big red thing sending, you know, beam to the sky and lava around below it. Now, this is going to be a new area built with Hammond Robotics kind of signature on it, and it's going to create a huge amount of lava throughout the map and honestly create some splits in World's Edge, which have very distinct ways of fighting. What it will actually do is not only give you that Planet Harvester area, but Capital City is now split in two. And it was the biggest place in Season 3. Most people landed there. They send a Fisher straight through Capital City, and it creates this dead space. So not only does it look war-torn, lava-stricken, and just really ravaged, what it also does, it creates Fragment East and Fragment West in Capital City. So you now have more directly, I think, isolated places to loot in Capital City, and it's not just one big cluster. The updrafts are what happens if you jump into the lava area by Capital City. If you jump down there, you will be risen back up through pressurized air. You know, it's like in mini games, like, you know, whether you play Zelda or things like that, a lot of RPGs, you have that little updraft you can ride and then zone to other places. You even have it in a similar way in the geyser area of Season 3. And what will happen is you'll take 25 damage and then you will float slowly. The idea is if you fall in there, it's a negative, so they don't want you to be able to float and use it as easy movement in a big fight. If you float up, you will be very exposed. However, if you do it while you're just looting, no one's around, it is a way to get down, but you will trade 25 health no matter what. It is standard, it's not ticking, it is 25 health. Survey Camp. This is a new small POI in the snowy fields, and it's between Epicenter and Skyhook. So that big frozen tundra, you know, kind of building, and Skyhook, which is the other area that looks like Sorting Factory. Actually, no, it's the other city that looks like Capital City. Essentially, this is a new POI that includes a new kind of aspect of how to get weapons in Season 4. They're called weapon racks. Now, these are guaranteed weapon placed on racks in small buildings of Survey Camp. You'll recognize them from the training range or the firing range, the exact stuff that you see on there. And they're going to guarantee good weapons, and they're allowing players to say, I want a weapon. I don't need the best drop location where I can rotate from. I just want a weapon. So for those who just want to go out and frag, you don't care about anything else, this is the spot to land. Check out Survey Camp and the new weapon racks. Okay, Rank Season 3. This is a big one. Everyone knows Rank Season 3 is going to be split, and it's going to be 2 splits now. in a season, which means you'll have 6 weeks of ranked play before a reset and 6 weeks afterwards. The soft reset is going to bring you back down a few levels to where you were. So say you got Apex Predator, you'll be like Platinum 2 when you start, and you have to go from Plat 2 all the way back to Diamond to Apex Predator. Again, same thing. If you're gold, you'll probably go down a little bit. Now, the dive trails will be moving to a seasonal reward model, but Series 1 and 2 players are grandfathered in. And of course, there are these super cool badges that you can get only animated if you achieve the same rank in Season 1 or in the first split as the second split. And the big tease around that is that, yes, Kings Canyon is coming back in Split 2. So you'll play World's Edge on Ranked Split 1, but if you get tired of that map, in 6 weeks, you'll have a chance to go and just spend all your time in Ranked on Kings Canyon, and that will also count towards your overall Season 4 Ranked status and badges that you achieve. Really cool stuff. Also, if you are a player who is in the first week of Season 4, you will get an anniversary gift, which includes an origami flyer charm, a loyalty badge, 10k XP for your first match of the day, and they also come in 3 different flavors, the badges on when you first took your first leap from the dropship. So I believe that if you play day 1, you'll have the best one, maybe day 1 through the first week. If you played like a month, if you played like 2 months, you'll probably get different ones, but I should be getting the best one because I played the first week, the first day, I believe. It was really awesome. All right, loot. Let's talk about loot. Loot has changed. Remember, they took the sniper, they took the energy mags out, and everyone said why. It'll make sense. Now I want to talk really quickly about loot and weapons so you guys can get the buffs for the weapons. There's some G7 scout changes, huge Havoc and Devotion and R99 changes, as well as new loot changes for ammo. Now let's read the designer notes here because they go a little bit in depth to it. Our goal here is to create a deeper, more balanced long-range meta. Since snipers shared ammo types with SMGs and LMGs, there wasn't a great way to put ammo scarcity on snipers without penalizing the more ammo-hungry weapons that use the same type. So for Season 4, we added a new class of ammo that only applies to sniper rifles. Now, this is actually a really good decision because, listen, if you want an R99 to have enough ammo, you have to put a lot of light ammo out there. But if the G7 Scout's the best sniper in the game and you just have unlimited bullets, it's also going to make that weapon really, really good. So I like this. All snipers now take the new ammo type. That was a horrible example though, and you'll see why. The Sentinel, the Longbow, the Triple Take, and the Charge Rifle, which now uses 1 sniper ammo per shot, will now take the new sniper ammo. They have 4 shots per sniper, and a new attachment will be added, which gives an extended magazine for sniper ammo. It probably will scale 4, 5, 6 to level 3. That's my thought. We'll have to wait and see when we play in the game. Now, energy ammo, it gives 30 ammo per pickup instead of 20. This means they're basically, because they're removing the extended mags, and energy ammo is becoming a little bit more scarce and only applying to the Havoc and the only applying to really like the Havoc at this point. You're going to need to have more ammo when you pick it up, because usually you pick it up right next to the weapon. So those stacks are going to be a little bit more beefy. They've removed the turbocharger and extended mags for energy ammo, which we already talked about, but the turbocharger hop-up is gone, and that relates to the upcoming buff to the Havoc I'm going to talk about. Now, the gold backpack also has better UI, which means that if someone's reviving with a gold backpack, and they'll get a lot of extra health, which is what that gold backpack does, you'll be able to see them. The weapons, let's get into that really quickly. You have an update to iron sight accuracy. The designer notes on this is really specific, and I'm not going to get too into it. Basically, the iron sight's accuracy was slightly inaccurate, and the reticles you would look at certain times on certain weapons would kind of show that they're pointing center, but not actually be pointing center when you were looking at the reticle. That's the issue. It's supposed to be that. They fixed it for nearly every single weapon in the game. I'm not going to read it all. Longbow, Triple Take, Charge Rifle, every single weapon in the game, all the way down to RE45 Wingman, pretty much got that treatment. Now, the weapon balance changes are really interesting, and their designer notes are, we want to shift up what weapons are the strongest. So R99 buy, Wingman buy, okay, well, Peacekeeper buy. All right, let's see. We're also aiming to reduce the power of some weapons that seem too strong and give a little boost to some weapons that haven't been performing as well as we'd like. The G7 Scout has been moved from sniper to assault rifle, so guess what? You're still going to get a ton of that ammo because it's not using sniper ammo. It now only accepts AR optics though, which means that you cannot get that 4 to 8 times or the 6 times sniper scope. The biggest you're going to get is a 2 to 4 times hollow scope for this for this weapon, which means you will not have the same range. It still accepts the double tap. It still contributes to progress for stats, challenges, and ARs, but it has a reduced fire rate from 4.5 to 4. Now that's a decent amount. You're gonna feel that. It also increases the time between shots for double tap to 0.425 to 0.475. So essentially, you're reducing your fire rate so that it's firing slower, and then you're also increasing the time between the double tap shots by 0.5 as well. So it just feels like they're making this weapon shoot a little slower. The L-Star is no longer a crate weapon, guys. It's using energy ammo now, and that's what I didn't want to say because it revealed that the Havoc and the L-Star now are using energy ammo because the L-Star is now a normal weapon. We've been asking for this change for a while. So glad they did it. Cannot wait to play with the L-Star a lot more often. To do this, though, and make it balanced, they've also removed reloading from the L-Star, and after sustained fire it will overheat, so best to fire in short bursts to manage the overall heating and recoil. They've reduced the damage from 19 to 18, and the rate of fire has been decreased from 12 to 10, and there's less horizontal view kick when the weapon fires. But the big change is what went in the crate instead, guys. The Devotion. We're almost done here. Stay tuned with me because there are some really cool things coming up. You guys want to hear this. The Devotion is a crate weapon? Oh my god, what? It is an energy ammo LMG, and so is the L-Star, and the data had showed them that a fully kitted Devotion is actually one of the strongest weapons in the game and could work at a crate power level. They've removed it from the normal loot pool, and it's now a crate weapon. It has 54 in the magazine size, which I believe is 10 more than it had at the end of season 3, and now it has a total ammo stock of 162, so you can go through 3 clips of the Devotion with a turbocharger if you pick it up in the crate. That is gonna be wild. It's so weird to think of that, but it makes a lot of sense to me. The Havoc, as a result of all these changes, has had the turbocharger removed, but buff to the base of the Havoc. They're reducing the horizontal recoil, they're making it easier to control, and they're allowing you to equip the select fire in order to use it as that sniper, hit scan sniper, which is still pretty much the only hit scan sniper in the game, I believe. They decrease the time between, except for the charge rifle, they decrease the time between shots when using the select fire hop up from 0.77 to 0.56. So the idea is that you're going to, with a pretty much 20% increase in firing time, firing quicker, you're going to be able to shoot more shots with that Havoc select fire so that it's more beneficial to use, and maybe you don't have to say, well, a charge rifle is always better. The R99 sees a nerf from 12 to 11 damage per shot. That's quite a lot because it's all about doing a lot of bullets. I mean, you're taking 27 damage total out of that clip, which means you cannot miss at all, pretty much at all. Otherwise, you're going to be having a very hard time of one clipping people. That's for sure. You increase the magazine size though in order to compensate from the first 3 tiers. So the base magazine of the R99 used to be 18, it's now 20. Common is now 22, and Rare is now 24. It still ends at 27 for the Epic. For my Prowler fans and Golden Boy out there, there's been an increase in damage per shot from 14 to 15, and a big change from the Hemlock. Increase the single fire rate, shot rate from 5.6 to 6.4. That is pretty good. We're still looking at close to a 20% change there, increase in single fire shot rate. That should make the Hemlock a lot more reasonable. The Wingman has seen an adjustment to the magazine size. It goes from base 4 to 5, common stays at 6, rare goes down to 7, and 8 goes from and epic goes from 10 to 8. Oh no, the Wingman getting a little bit of a nerf. 5 to 8 is where you're gonna go. 5, 6, 7, 8 as far as the magazine size is really simple, but that gets a nerf on the top end. The EVA 8 double tap hop up reduced the delay between bursts by 0.85 going to 0.80. That's not bad at all. There was an exploit with the Mastiff that they dealt with, and that fixed where you can rapidly fire it. And there's been a gold weapon update for season 4. The gold weapons are, drumroll please, Havoc, P2020, Sentinel, Prowler, and the R301. So really the R301 is the only one that stays from season 3 into season 4, so that should be fun. Did not see a lot of R301s in there as well. Let's talk quickly about the Legends. Bloodhound, downing, not killing players, adds 5 seconds to the Beast of the Hunt timer. It is possible to exceed starting time with successive kills. This is huge. So if you down an entire team or kill a team or down one player and down the next, you get 5, maybe 5 more. You can add 15 seconds to your ultimate if you take down a team and continue going from there. This should give Bloodhound that kind of kill streak bonus, which is super cool, and I'm so excited to see Bloodhound get this. This is a buff, and a lot of people were asking for it. Crypto EMP no longer destroys friendly Gibraltar dome shields. It's a buff to Gibraltar and crypto teams, and dome shields no longer can stick to crypto's drone, which is also a nerf and a good thing as well. There have been some bug fixes, guys, and quality of life, but I'm going to, instead of talking about them, list them in the description below or link you at least to the patch notes so you can read those. There are not that many. There is a change to loss forgiveness as well for ranked. You may want to read that if you're somebody who seems to get out of your ranked games very often, but for me, that's not really a big issue, but I do think that we will be having a lot of fun in ranked and all over season 4. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's 5 minutes longer than I wanted, but I got through everything that you guys need to know. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe. That's it for me. Never give up, never stop gaming. I'll see you all next time.